little bit of a lag, so I'm just waiting for a minute. There we are. Hi, I'm gonna wait just a minute and see if anybody kind of pops in before I get started. I have to figure out, I think there's a way I can kind of help the lag, but I'm not sure yet. As you all know, learning with the OBS. I want to welcome you. I've got my my phone off to the side here so I can see the chat in case, in case anybody says anything, so I can try to keep track of that. Okay, so I'm Emily and welcome to my studio. I took some time this evening to kind of reset my space. I used a bell to like mix up the energy and kind of get rid of any negative energies going around, and then I lit some candles, and I've got my little cozy cup of tea here, peppermint, as I've said before, it's my favorite. And I actually even have a little rose quartz with me, just to call in some love so we can be gentle with each other and ourselves when we're creating. It doesn't have to be serious. So, hi Tina, thanks for being here, sister. Welcome, welcome. So, when I was creating this spread last live, here, I'm going to make myself a little smaller so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Maybe. Here we go. When I was creating this last Friday and working on it kind of through the weekend, I was thinking how fun it would be to like create a series. So before we get started on our sketchbooks today, I wanted to share a fun idea that I came up with. I've mentioned how I think that I've learned how valuable our sketchbooks are. It's such a great place for us to experiment, use our imagination, not take it so seriously, feel like we can play and try new supplies and just be a lot more gentle with ourselves. We don't feel like we ruined something. It's just a great place to be creative, like I said. So I thought it would be fun to create something we could kind of explore together, and I'm calling it the Moonbeam Sketchbook Guild, and I'm super excited about it, and I hope that everyone will join. But it's basically going to be like a creative club where we'll just open our sketchbooks and follow whimsical prompts that I'll come up with and let our ideas, we'll just grow over time. We can share what we're working on. No pressure, no perfection, just curiosity and creativity. I've made it in my Patreon where people, as long as they're just a part of my Patreon, that they follow me, you don't have to pay for this or anything, that you'll be able to go into the chats and share your pages with everybody else. So I think that's really exciting because I'd love to see what everybody else is working on. So tonight we're opening our first page to the guild together, and as I said, this kind of prompted it. So the theme for March is Cosmic Garden, and our first prompt is Moon Gate Portal or Door, however you want to kind of interpret that. I thought it'd be such a fun way just to start our journey. We're like going through a portal, we're going through a door into our creative journey together. So I already sketched mine on my paper, and this is a 9x12 mixed media sketchbook that I decided to dedicate just to the sketchbook guild, if you will. That way, like at the end of the year, I can look back and see what we've done, and I think that'll be really exciting. And if you've been here before, I have a thing with mushrooms and flowers, and I just wanted this to be super illustrative and like look like a portal or a door that I would want to walk through. So this is what I came up with, and I did want to show you really quick, kind of like, this is my final. I have so many sketchbooks. Like, this is my sketchbook where it's like, okay, I'm excited, and this is the final sketchbook. Even though it's still a sketchbook, it doesn't have to be perfect or anything. But this was my first thought. I'm like, oh, okay, and I erased it a bazillion times. I just was as soon as I got done with this, I just kind of started sketching, and then I, looked for some more things and references, and then I kind of came up with this and practiced a few things to see what I like or what I didn't like, and that way I didn't do it on my actual paper. But then I just take what I drew here, and then I use a light board and copy it onto my good paper. So that way I'm not having all those erase marks. It's a sketchbook, so it's not that big of a deal, I guess, but that's just how I operate, so I wanted to share that with you. Get that over here. And I wanted to also just share with you super quick before I forget, if you go to my Patreon, it's Moonbeam Jellyfish. There is a post about this live, and on that post, or in that post, you'll have access to this invitation to the guild, and then there's also a kind of tracker that you can have and print out, all just for yourself. And then each month I'll create a new one, and we'll be able to just kind of see what we're doing all month or all year. So anyway, so for this one, thank you, Tina. I'm so glad that you're here, and I'm so glad that you think it's fun. I'm hoping you'll participate. I love what you create, so it should be a good time. So for this particular drawing, painting, I went ahead and did the background just because it needed to dry before I moved on to the other features, the other areas. So I just wanted that done so we weren't just waiting around for literal paint to dry. But I'm going to be using several different supplies, but tonight I'm going to be starting with an elegant writer. If you're not familiar with an elegant writer, it is a calligraphy pen, but it's water soluble. So that is how I got this look, and I thought that would look really cool for the stone, and then I'm going to use it for a little bit on the book as well. And then I'm going to be bringing in some watercolors for kind of inside. I'm going to make like a night sky, I think, and then I'm going to bring in my acrylic markers for the flowers and the greenery. I think I'll probably do a little bit of greenery as well, maybe with some of the watercolor, kind of like the first little layer, and then build out with the acrylic markers. I won't be able to do all that tonight during this live, but I just like kind of give you an overview of what I'll be doing. So as I mentioned, if you're interested in joining, all you have to do is head over to my Patreon page at some point and get that printed out, and then you can say hello in the chat, introduce yourself, and let me know what you think. So I would love to know. Tina, are you going to be working on anything this evening? Oh, my light's not very good right here, is it? Hold on one second. Let me turn this one on. The light has changed throughout my setup today. Hopefully that's a little bit better. And I can shrink myself a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Oh, thank you. Oh, snap. I love your portal coming out of a book. It's just, that's what I thought too. When I was researching, because I always look for references or, because it's like what I want to design it. I took a while to figure out the composition, and then I just randomly came across somebody that just wasn't like this, but had an open book with like a portal coming out. I'm like, oh, that's it, because it's a sketchbook. I'm like, could it be more perfect? I don't think so. So you're going to finish your cameras. Cool. Love it. Did you have a good day, Tina? My granddaughter had a talent show today at her school, so I went to that with my daughter and my mother, and that was actually pretty fun. They a couple of the classes, including my granddaughter's class, they did like a whole dance series, and it was really cute because they danced to a whole bunch of music from like my time, and so I was dancing along. I'm sure the 8th graders and 7th graders were looking at me like I was crazy. But you want to make a damn portal too. There's time, honey. There's time. I won't be dropping any new, like, the new prompt, if you will. Yeah, it was adorable. You've got plenty of time. But yeah, it was super cute. And then, like, the principal and a couple of the teachers rapped to Run DMC. What is it? Rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. Yeah, that song. So I was cracking up, and it was very entertaining and funny. So I did that this afternoon as well. This time change, not a fan. I slept in too late today. Anyone else have an issue with that? Because boy howdy, I do not care for it at all. Not one bit. I feel like it should be a time where we don't do that anymore. Honestly. I'm only kind of loosely putting in the back stone because most of that's going to be covered up with all the foliage, but you might see some of it kind of in the background, so I'll kind of put some in. So I can go right over my drawing because I'm using acrylic markers, so it's opaque and it'll lay over. She is 11, almost 12. I don't know if she'll watch this, but she is sassy. Oh, the sass level of these youngins today. Too funny. Funny, not funny. If anyone else has a preteen, the drama is for real. Yeah, I understand, because I know your schedule is extremely flexible, which mine is too, but it just messes with me. It's like going from, like, being robbed of an hour, basically. Your body we just don't get out of our rhythm, our circadian rhythm. And then it's like, oh, well, now it's dark when I wake up and it's lighter in the evening, and which it's not that I don't like it being lighter in the evening, but that's really not helpful when it just happens in like 5 seconds. That's what I think. So take it or leave it. Yeah. My other granddaughter is going to be 4 next week. She is also sassy. But I love him. I love him to death. But sassy phrases. Yeah. The time change is not fun. Oh my goodness. I didn't know where you live, if you guys did the time change. I feel like there are still places that don't do it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there are some places that do not. I wish I was one of those places. We've had really nice weather here too. That's your favorite age? Oh, well, yeah, because you worked. I keep forgetting that you worked with the kiddos. Yeah, she's very, she's very inquisitive, which is cute. She'll be like, I'll be, busy doing something, and she'll be like, Mimi, can you play with me? And I'm like, I can't say no. I can't say no to her cute, adorable face half the time. So I'm like, okay, I'll give you a little bit of time, because we can't get that time back. My mom plays with her a lot because she's retired. I'm not retired, obviously, but my mom plays with her a lot because these kids today and their iPads. Try to get her off the iPad. Oh, Arizona doesn't? Nice, I guess. Okay. it's laid down. So the more you put down of the Elegant Writer, the more it's gonna bleed, for lack of a better way to say it. So sometimes it's good to start like less is more. So I'm just putting a little bit down, and then I can always add to it. They are cute. That's funny. Okay. I've got 975 brushes over here like I always do, because I never know which brush I might want to use. And I've got a few paper towels. And just got some clean water. And then make sure your brushes are clean. Like, I washed these brushes, but I don't know how many times I haven't tested my brush first and went to my paper and it had a color on it that was nothing like the color I wanted to use. So keep that in mind. But you can just run your brush over where you drew it and it just activates it. And then I like to take a little bit of a towel and kind of dab at it, and then it brings out these really pretty pinks, lighter colors, so you can kind of play with that. I'll lay some down sometimes, dab up some, rinse my brush, and then kind of go back over it so that some areas are lighter. Don't know how. See the word after hate on my phone. It's got a heart right there. It's not showing me the whole comment. Do you use Elegant Writers? Have you used them, Tina? They're really fun. I like the illustrative look, so I feel like this was a good option. And it can be layered, so I can add more in areas if I feel like it needs it. Oh, I hate when, yeah. I'm hoping you can, I have a external hard drive, and it's over here to my left, and it sounds like it is getting ready to take off, like it's an airplane or something. So I'm hoping you can't hear it. It does that sometimes. I don't know why, but it is loud. So I apologize if you can hear it. Hello to anyone and everyone who's here. I can see there's a few more people. Have to let me know if you're working on anything. Oh, the Stabilo wall. Yeah. They're similar, I think. It's just the results are different because you don't get this, like all the colors and everything. When you use the Stabilo wall, it's black or whatever other color you could use. I made a whole painting using the blue Stabilo wall one time. I'll have to show that to you guys sometime. That was fun. Yeah, it was very fun. Like my AC on. I'm hoping it'll stop soon because it doesn't usually do it for too long, but my goodness, it's like, can we not have something happen every single time I try to do a live? Oh boy, and of course it's on that side with my microphone. Ay, ay, ay. My AC. That's funny. I'm going to go a little below down here just to create a little bit of a shadow. So are you supposed to get more snow, Tina? We're supposed to get snow, I think, on Monday. It was literally 75 degrees the other day. No coat, no nothing. And now we're getting snow. Living in the Midwest. The zebra ink that I just found. A pack of elegant writers on my desk. Oh, nice. Yeah, the zebra ink pens are fun too. I know I've used those. Karen Campbell uses those a lot, and so those are a lot of fun. I thought about using those for this, but again, I just thought I liked the look of the elegant writer for this, since it's stone. I just thought it would look nice. I think I have talked about him before on my channel, so maybe you saw me talk about him, and I know Karen has too. Anyone who doesn't know Karen Campbell, I'll talk about her a lot. She's a fabulous artist. Fabulous. You'll have to, I don't know if I said this already, but you'll have to let me know in the comments whenever you watch this, if you think you might want to join the guild. My little Moonbeams. I'm excited. I just want to, continue trying to come up with ways for us to be a community and support each other. We need more art in our lives. At least that's what I think. More creativity. It doesn't have to be art. That's what I think. Oh gosh, the wind. It was so, it's calmed down now. But it was so windy earlier today. I was like, seriously? I'm like, why did I curl my hair? Because I had to go outside. It was like done as soon as I went out there. Oh, grief. I'm definitely ready for spring. I think everybody, when it gets to March, is kind of ready for a change of the season, if you will. We're kind of over the winter. I know I do have, I need to plant my little seedlings tomorrow, because if not, they're never going to be ready to put in the ground. There are certain things it's hard for me to find where I live, like if I want to go buy the plants. So I just thought I'd try some seedlings. Okay, I'm gonna kind of let that dry for a second. Oh, you haven't had a bad winter yet? Of course, where you live, it's like I feel like you might be more used to it. I don't know. It hasn't been that bad here either, really. It just gets long. I mean, it has helped that we've had some nice days kind of in between, kind of the crazy, so that helps. But I'm just ready to, again, like one of my favorite things is to like walk barefoot in the grass. I know some people will be like, oh my God, don't do that, but I'm gonna do it. Like when I water my garden and water my flowers in the morning and stuff, I always take off my shoes and just get grounded and suck in the sunlight and just be able to feel the earth under my toes, my feet. It's a good feeling. Can't really do that. I mean, I could do it, but it's a little cold. A little cold for that. There are two, like when you use one of these, there's like you can write thinner or fatter. So again, the fatter the line, then that puts more of the ink on the page. So again, that's going to make it so that it will be heavier in those areas when you add the water. So if you ever use them, just be mindful of that. I've used them several times now, so I have a lot more control than I did when I first started, obviously. That's why we practice, right? They are fun to work with. This is the driest, warmest winter on record. Oh, for the top 3. Isn't it weird? You said Virginia has way more snow than we have. The fact that the East Coast, like, and even like the South East Coast has gotten so much snow. Like the fact that the Carolinas got snow, I'm like, what is happening? I mean, I know what's happening. It's climate change. For the first time in like forever, I think it was the year before last, I don't know what it's called, but like every area has a zone, I guess, like a growing zone, and ours changed. So we can grow things that we couldn't, like that a warmer climate, a little bit warmer climate, could grow that we couldn't grow. So that was interesting. And that year was really weird because all of our, like hardly any of our tomato plants did well. They didn't produce well. And a lot of other people said the same thing. So it was like really weird. And then last year, it was fine. We had lots of tomatoes. So I don't know if it was just like getting used to, I have no idea. I'm not like I love plants and gardening and stuff, but I'm not some kind of guru grower person. So I don't know all the lingo, but it was very interesting, to say the least. And the fact that it wasn't just us. Crazy, crazy. I have to figure out, I've played some music one time, because like you can just find free music on YouTube, but I have to use, it comes out like the same place where I think my microphone comes out. I'm not sure about that, and they say not to do that, so I'll have to do some more research on that. I've been doing a lot of research on all this stuff. I'm doing the best I can. I'll be showing, like I said, I won't be able to finish all this tonight, so I'll be like updating it in my Patreon. I like to kind of just show what I'm working on and like progress pictures and stuff like that, if anybody's interested. I'm kind of seeing that. I also do make posts on like in the YouTube, like I think it's literally called posts section. Yeah, I'm drinking my tea. I really wish this heart would go away. Are you saying? Did you say you're amazing? Oh, Tina, for whatever reason, like I said, there's a little heart in the corner, so it like blocks one word. It's annoying. Sorry about that. I want to make these, a few of these a little bit darker, but I don't want to get super crazy. Oh, you have heart, yeah. It doesn't do that when I'm looking at it on my computer, but I can't look at it on my computer because both my screens are taken. So, thank you. You're so sweet. The sweetest. The sweetest friend in all the land. Me and Tina met through an art group. She's from Bud. It's a fun way to meet people for sure. For sure, for sure. Have you guys played D&D yet? This side got kind of weird. I'll have to make sure I cover that up. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Well, I think my airplane is stopped over here in the corner. So that's nice. Oh, no, you haven't. Okay. Okay. I think that's good enough for that for now. I think so. Do you have plans to play sometime soon? Okay, I'm going to get some of these paints ready. I'm going to start working on the inside. Kind of like a night sky. We planned a game day tomorrow. Oh, just board games. Oh, I wish I lived close to you. I would come and play board games for sure. For sure, for sure. Have you ever played, has anybody ever played, what is it? I don't think it's called Crimes Against Humanity. What's it called? It's something against humanity. And like the cards, the cards say the worst things ever, but there's like prompts and then you have to play a card that would go with it, and like the person, I guess, who comes up with the like worst, most terrible thing you could say wins or something. It's hilarious. I played it on New Year's Eve. Cards Against Humanity. Thank you. Thank you. Have you played that? It's very funny. I was cracking up. Oh, there was only 2 of us playing, so it's like it's not as fun, I don't think, that way, but we still laughed. Yeah, Cards Against Humanity. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody's ever done a night sky before. This is, as I said, there's expansions. That's cool. This is mixed media paper, if you weren't here before. And so it's not technically for a lot of layers. So I'm not going to maybe do a night sky like I would if I was using watercolor paper. But I want to kind of create at least a little bit of a something that makes it look more like it's nighttime. So I'm going to use like purples, some blues, and then maybe even a little bit of green and some Payne's gray. So I'm gonna do that next. I think it's dry enough here that it should be okay. And it's not like the end of the world if they kind of mix together. It's awesome that wasn't activated. That's another thing, just really quick. When you use the Elegant Writer, any area that you have not activated, as soon as you touch it with water, it will activate. Just keep that in mind. Water, anything wet, could be paint, water, whatever it is, it will activate it until it's been activated, and then it's permanent. So, if you turn your phone side, Tina, what would I do without you? That's so much better. Oh, yeah, you need more people to play. Yeah. Oh, you're mixing up Payne's Gray for everything now. Yes. Yes, queen. Love the Payne's Gray. I don't know why or what or when that happened, but Payne's Gray is probably my favorite. For shadows, just in general, I use it all the time. I like to use it instead of black, and sometimes I'll mix black with it if I really want it to be dark. But it's just, I don't know. It's one of my faves. I'm glad you're giving it a whirl. It's a nice one. Okay, I'm trying to decide how much water I want to put down, because like I said, it's not gonna, I'm gonna use just a little bit. So I'm gonna use a smaller brush. I'm gonna drop in some green. And again, since I'm using acrylic markers, I can paint right over my flowers and it's gonna be okay. Sorry about the tapping there. I just kind of bring in darker colors, but it's like my paper's already buckling up, so it's technically not really meant for this, but I'm gonna put like some splatter probably in there, and yeah, that you can't really touch it or it's gonna get weird colors, so you gotta be careful. But usually I would put down some paint, let it dry, then bring in some darker colors, let it dry. It's usually a few layers, but I think getting some purples and blues in there will be good enough. And those are kind of harsh, so I'll bring in some of my purple again, kind of go over those. Spread those around just a little bit. And again, this is how we can figure things out. It's like, okay, well, that didn't work very good. But again, you have to keep in mind that whatever paper you're using, it may just not be working because of the paper. It may not have anything to actually do with your idea. So keep that in mind as well. Sometimes you can be testing it just to see if you like colors, or it doesn't have to be where it would be perfect. And it's layers, so this is a layer, this is a layer, then there's gonna be flowers, all that stuff's gonna be popping off the page. This is a background, so it's not so serious. Which is, you know, that actually, I've grown a lot to say that, because I haven't always been so, oh, it's gonna be fine. I tend to overthink things. Try a bigger brush here. So it's kind of training my brain to be a little bit more free. And I've like covered up over my flowers, and that's okay, because I can redraw them. And I'm going to dab off a little bit like that, and then I can actually, I'm going to try this, see what happens. I'm going to splatter in a little bit of yellow, because you can't mix them together, because purple and yellow is going to make green. I mean, sorry, like brown. But if you just kind of splatter them and then don't touch them, it can work sometimes. So I'm just going to splatter in a little bit, and then I'm not touching it. I'm not good at making my watercolors loose and flowy yet. Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you're creating and also the paper. So when I'm using watercolors on hot pressed paper, which is smooth, that paper is harder to layer watercolors on, in my experience. Now, other people maybe had different experiences with that. So usually, like I will do some layers, but there's like more harsh lines, and I'm okay with that sometimes because if that's the look that I'm going for, that's why I chose that paper anyway. So if I want it to blend a lot better and look like it kind of diffuse is my favorite word in the whole wide world apparently, because if you've been here before, I use it constantly. But anyway, it helps it diffuse a lot more naturally when using the cold press paper. It has more tooth, so it just gives it like more area to go to or something. I can't really explain it. But again, it just depends on what I'm using it for, and that's how I decide what paper I'm gonna use. Oh, you used cold pressed. I mean, you used hot pressed, right, Tina? For the star picture? Add a little bit more orange up here. I did orange and yellow kind of in the background because I knew it would offset the purple, kind of help the purple stand out a little bit more. Yes, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yeah, I think that the hot press is very good for illustrative, which is why I do like to use it sometimes, partly because the liners work so much nicer with the hot press because it's smooth. I still use liners when I'm using the cold press, but it's like really broken lines because it's bumpy, so it doesn't. It's just not as easy to use. You're using cold press. Okay, nice. Get a few more little dabs there. Oh, I like how that kind of turned out. Kind of looks mysterious. And then, like I said, I'll be able to color in my flowers and stuff with the acrylic markers because they're opaque. I like how it's turning out so far. I do. I still kind of want to make that darker, but again, I am going to be putting green as well, so it's probably fine. Another tea break. If you drink tea, what's your favorite tea? I love me some tea. I don't drink it so much in the summertime. I made it with moon water because, I mean, it's the Moonlit studio. Moonbeam Jellyfish. Everything's moon necklace, moon earrings. I got moons on my ring. This ring cracks me up. You can see it. It's a kitty cat. It's probably hard to see, but anyway. Side tangent. Okay, so now I might bring in some acrylic markers since I still have some time. Usually I like to hang out for about an hour, depending on what's going on. The other day, I think it was 2 hours. It was so fun. So I'm gonna I just have some acrylic markers off to the side here. I think I might start with the mushrooms over here because this is nice and dry. That's what I'm thinking. I'm still trying to decide what color I'm gonna make this is a triple goddess sign, if anybody doesn't know. So that's what that's for. Plus, moon portal. And then it's supposed to be, representative of the cosmic garden, which is also why I use so many plants. So let me just grab some reds here for those. That's not red. Oops. Oh yeah, that's pink, I think. Not red. you'll have to, oh, you drink chai with almond milk and unsweetened vanilla syrup. Oh, I've never used monk sweetener before. Huh. I do like chai. I do like it. I never really think about using it. Sorry, I know that's loud. And then remember, when you're using acrylic markers, do not test them on your paper by pushing down, or you will release the paint all over your picture. Not good times. Been there, done that. Oh, actually, I don't want to do the mushrooms yet, because, so if I want to do any watercolor, I want to do that first. And any watercolor I'm going to do is going to be kind of a behind. So I think I'm actually going to put some green in, just kind of a little base layer to kind of fill in some of the space that I'm not actually going to be painting in leaves, and then I can go back in and darken that if I need to, or I can make it so the stone shows up a little bit more. The moon is one of my cards for this year, so it's only fitting that I'm in the Moonbeam Jellyfish Guild. Love it. Love it. Is your, it's just the moon card, right? The tarot, because that's an oracle deck. I have a moon oracle deck that you can pull, but it has like all the moon phases. So you're talking about the actual moon card. What's your favorite tarot deck, if you have one? Okay, I'm gonna just use some green. Green. Oh, and I'm using my Lang watercolor set. It's kind of like my old tried and true trusty set. I use it quite often. It's fairly reasonably priced, but it's professional grade paints, so that's nice. The tarot moon card, cool. Love it. So once you put your water in your, in your paints, I kind of let the water sit for a second, and then I just stir them for a little while because they really need to be activated. In case you've never used watercolor before. And I use an inexpensive brush when I stir and kind of grab paint out, because I have ruined, I don't know if I have one right here, the tip of a couple of my brushes, because it just keeps getting bent when I'm stirring it up, and that made me very sad. So just another thing to keep in mind. And I like to use a pipette to put water, instead of like trying to get water in my brush and put it in. And I always wipe my brush off several times on a towel or a paper towel before I put it in my water, usually, so that my water doesn't instantly get super dirty. Just some tips and tricks of the trade, at least my experience. I think everyone has their own way of doing things, obviously, and that is a-okay. Oh, you got, oh, nice. Oh, wait, see, my two favorite, oh yeah, I forgot about your Schitt's Creek. Oh, the Light Sears deck, love it. It's probably the one I use the most. Oh, you got the new Lang set. Oh, nice. Very nice. Do you like it? Do you like the new Lang set? They're, the paints are nice. I feel like they're pretty buttery. Like, I like them, and they have good coverage, and I think they layer well. Oh, you use a spray bottle. I used to use a spray bottle, but I found that it can sometimes like spread the paint into other colors that way. I feel like the pipette it gives me a little bit more control. I feel like either way is good to go, just depending on your preference. Okay, what brush do I want to use? I don't know. I have a brush issue. I don't know why. I think I overthink it sometimes. I'm just gonna lay down kind of a layer of green in some areas. I do want that brick to show now that I think about it. But maybe in some areas that I know there's gonna be a lot of leaves and things. Just put a little bit down just for that kind of background layer. I love it. Susan used mine while she was here and was so excited and surprised with how saturated. Yeah, yep, the colors are, yep, I agree. For my in-person watercolor classes that I teach sometimes, that's those are the paints that I bought for everybody to use. It helps with the cost a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I provide the paints. I don't make people bring their own, although they could if they wanted to. I do have one girl who used to come. I haven't really taught that much like I was for a while, but she always brought her really pretty sparkly, glittery paints. So beautiful. Those were always fun to see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Kuretake are in a weird cardboard thing. Yeah, oh, no worries. Go ahead and go eat your dinner. Enjoy your evening. I'm gonna, well, it's almost 7, so I'll wait till 7 my time. I'll be signing off here shortly too. But don't forget, anybody who is interested in joining the Moonbeam Sketchbook Guild, to just head over to my Patreon. Like I said, it's completely free, and there's some handouts for you if you're interested. It should be fun. Great way for us all to connect if you're into that sort of thing. I'll probably end up bringing back in some more of the Elegant Writer to kind of try to bring back a little bit more of that stone color, if you will. Oh yeah, shimmer paints, come on now. Glitter paints, shimmer paints, metallic paints. I actually use, if you can't see it in, well, there's also a piece of tape, but you can maybe kind of see it. There's a shimmer there. There's a tape here just to keep my paper down, but I think you can see the shimmer. Yeah, love it. I used it a little bit in the background. Hopefully it does look a little darker on than it is for me, I think, on YouTube for some reason. But yeah. So yeah. Well, I appreciate those of you who joined me. And I did talk a lot more about the Moonbeam Sketchbook Guild at the beginning. So if you missed the beginning, you can always go back and watch that. But yeah, you can just go check out my Patreon. It's just Moonbeam Jellyfish. And you can also, like I said, in the chats, you can post your work. You can also tag me on Instagram. I'm Moonbeam Jellyfish there. You could tag me on Blue Sky. I'm Moonbeam Jellyfish there. Pretty much everywhere I would be is Moonbeam Jellyfish, so you can always tag me, follow me over there as well, and I would love to see your ideas and what your portals look like if you're participating, and I'm super excited that you joined me today, and I look forward to the next time. This was kind of a special one because I really wanted to announce this whole thing, but I think I'll have to look again at my schedule. I think I am scheduled potentially Wednesday, but it might not be till the following Wednesday. I do have a Patreon post coming out next week on the 20th, which is Ostara. I'm releasing a special cleansing ritual that'll be posted there as well. And I've got a video also posting to Patreon this weekend. So I will be back next week on YouTube for a video over there. So again, thank you so much for being here with me tonight, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with in your sketchbooks. And until next time, stay magic, you guys, and yeah, thanks again. I'll talk to you later.